You don't have to be loud to be powerful, and strong doesn't mean exhausted. Today, we're talking about something that a lot of women wear as a badge of honor, being an empath. We're not talking about this from a space of blame, but from a space of awareness, because once you understand what you've been carrying, you can decide what you're no longer willing to hold. This is Authentically Her After 40, where we stop surviving and start living regulated. Let's start here, because most women have never actually been told the truth about this. Being an empath does not mean you were born to feel everything. It usually means you were trained to read the room, trained to anticipate needs, trained to adjust your behavior so that everything stayed calm, stable, and safe. And over time, the ability became your identity. You became the one who understands, the one who holds space, the one who keeps everything together. But here's the part that most women don't realize. You weren't born absorbing everything. You were trained. You did not come out of the womb like this. And most women don't realize this until it's too late. Now let's take it one step deeper, because empathy by itself is not a problem. Not at all. Unregulated empathy is. When you feel everything, but don't have boundaries, you don't just connect with people, you start carrying them. Their stress becomes your responsibility. Their emotions become your problem, and their needs become your priority. And before you even realize what's happening, you move from being supportive to being responsible for everything. This is what psychology calls overfunctioning. You step in early, you fix quickly, you anticipate constantly. And it looks like love from the outside. But internally, guess what? You're exhausted. And you didn't just feel everything. You became responsible for everything. And this is the part nobody talks about. This pattern doesn't come from nowhere. It usually starts early, when being easy, being helpful, and being understanding made you feel valued. So your nervous system learned something very specific. If I take care of everything, I'm safe. And so you carried that into adulthood, into your relationships, into your marriage, and into your parenting. So now you're not just empathetic, you're hyper responsible. What you call empathy, your nervous system calls survival. Now, this is where we have to go deeper, because this isn't just about you. This pattern doesn't stop with you. It teaches your children how to relate to you. When you overfunction, when you fix everything, anticipate everything, carry everything, your children don't experience that as sacrifice. I'm sorry to say, but they don't. They experience it as normal. They learn mom will handle it, mom will absorb it, and mom will adjust. So they don't build the same skills you had to. They don't learn emotional regulation because you became their regulation. They don't learn problem solving because you solved it early. They don't learn boundaries because you didn't model them. And see, children do not learn by what we say, but by what we do. You didn't just raise your children, you trained them. And this is where everything shifts. And this is the part that hurts. Because now you love them deeply, but you feel exhausted by them. Not because they're bad, but because the dynamic is unbalanced. You're giving more than they've ever been required to give back. And resentment doesn't come from lack of love. It comes from lack of boundaries. You love them, but you're exhausted by them. You heard me. You love them, but you're exhausted by them. And most women don't understand why. If this pattern continues, your children will grow into one of two things: overfunctioners, just like you, or underfunctioners who rely on others. And neither one is balanced. Because healthy adults are not built through rescue. They are built through responsibility. And rescue and responsibility do not lead to the same outcome. So what do you do with this? You don't stop being empathetic. You regulate it. This is what I call controlled empathy. It means I can understand how you feel without taking it on as mine. Your feelings don't belong to me. They're yours to manage. I can support you without solving it for you. That's your job too. And I can love you without abandoning myself. Because I need to teach you not to abandon yourself. And this is where the real shift begins. Because the moment you stop overfunctioning is the moment your children start developing. Whether they're 20, 30, and I know some of you are saying, oh my goodness, yes, they can do it. It will happen. It will happen. So if this resonated with you, subscribe. We are building regulated strength here. You don't have to explain your evolution. You just have to live it. Strong doesn't mean exhausted, and regulated doesn't mean passive. This is life after survival.